I feel like sometimes people outside of the district or outside of the schools, they tend to say things like negative things about us and give us a bad name and think that like we're so bad and stuff, but they never do anything to make a change.
I believe there's like a negative perception tied to Battle Creek Public Schools because we are predominantly minority, people of color population, and also we're in the heart of Battle Creek, which is where most people of color live. And I believe that that's the main reason why we have such negative stigma. I would educate the greater public in letting them know that not all students are the same, and negative stereotypes related to people of color aren't true and don't apply to everyone either.
We are an urban educational setting, and so perception automatically goes to we have difficult students, that we don't have the parental support that we should, and that the community just simply isn't worried about the outcomes that our students have. It's really tough because our students feel that. Our students recognize that that's the way they're perceived, even amongst their peers at other schools. And that's hard because that's not how they show up every day. They're amazing.
Not everyone, but I do feel like some feel like Battle Creek's kids are at the bottom of the totem pole and we're not receiving the proper education. I don't think they even know that we have, the same resources as all of the other schools. And I feel like it's a word of mouth thing. One person says something and the domino effect, the whole world, is gonna follow suit. And I feel like that's why Battle Creek's enrollments probably have dropped.
So it's about basing your decision on your own real experience as opposed to just the stories and gossip in some cases that you hear perpetuated in the community. Battle Creek Public is no different than any of our school systems. They've got amazing things happening in their classrooms and in their hallways and just great things happening for students.
One of the challenges that I've seen is getting the buy-in of people who aren't yet believers in this type of transformation. And we've talked quite a bit about the importance of narrative change and the belief that transformation can happen and that all children deserve access to the best education possible.
I have seen people on social media and in the community change the way that they talk about Battle Creek Public Schools. I've been involved with some folks in the community in the last 6-8 months where that's a sense of pride. Yeah, my kids go to Battle Creek Public Schools. And so as a community member, as a former Bearcat myself, it's nice to see that change in tone and that optimism. It's not from a deficit perspective, it's from a value add to the community.
I think one way to fix the divide between what people think about what happens here and what actually happens here is to tell our own story. I think for a long time we've allowed other people to tell our story, so I think it's really important that we control the message that comes from our district and that we tell the story of all the things that are actually happening within our four walls.
We have to believe in ourselves, and it starts with just believing, and we can create that opportunity that everybody has a role to play, and there's something really positive about this community that I love and can believe in. We could transfer that to action.
For me, it is changing that one individual life. We have students that they just aren't on a trajectory in life that says, I'm going to achieve great things. And you get to dig in with that student, come along their side, and push them to achieve whatever it is that they've actually set out to do. So for me, why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? It's what gets me up in the morning. I want to impact a student's life.